My name is Chloe. I'm 19 years old, and over the summer I biked across the United States. I left on April 14th from Arlington, Virginia, and on July 8th I had made it 4,000 miles all the way to San Francisco, California.
Why did you choose to go on a bike ride, I should say?
Right. It was just an incredible challenge, and I wanted to see if I could do it. So, and I knew that there was this like amazing country of mountains and rivers and a desert that I hadn't seen before, and I wanted to experience that. But I didn't want to take a car because I wanted to see the world in a more intense way, I felt, than I could get by just driving.
Though I'm kind of a mess because I lost my glasses. They were already breaking like a couple days ago. I can't fucking see. Like, I don't know where I'm going.
Something that would require me to move myself physically from place to place. That's what makes me feel alive.
I've crashed 3 times.
How did you prepare physically?
I just hit the gym pretty hard, I guess. I was riding my bike every day outside and just in my garage, like on a trainer. And then I did a lot of just research, like online, reading blogs about people who had done similar things, watching videos about how to travel with just a few belongings.
And I'm sitting on the banks of Black Rock River.
How to set up your bike.
But that's my bike over there in the bushes. So I had to haul my tent and my panniers across the river, and let me tell you, these rocks have got me missing my Tevas. They're freaking sharp, man. But it's worth it because the view is lovely, and I'm a little ways away from the road, so it's nice and safe, and it's beautiful. Look how nice. Ow! So it really wasn't the best idea to do this whole crossing a river to tent thing, camp. Because now it's raining. I have to cross this river again. This morning I crossed it to bring my tent and my first bag over. Crossed over back again. And then I still have this guy to bring over. My feet are so... I'm in so much pain right now. Sometimes easier is better. Please remember that, Chloe.
Did you take smaller journeys, like, as a preparation, or did you
No. No. I had intended to, but I didn't end up getting the things that I needed until days before my plane flew from Maine to Virginia. So I hadn't even really ridden on my bike with my gear yet before starting the trip.
Woohoo! Got my bike up the stairs, very impressive.
The first day, I got everything loaded on my bike, and I started down the road and I fell over because it was incredibly heavy. This is gonna be so difficult because it's relatively flat. It's not a hilly city, and in my mind I'm thinking, all right, in just a few weeks or in a few days I'm gonna be crossing the Appalachians and the Rocky Mountains and the Sierra Nevadas. How can I do that? How is that going to be possible? What if I get there and I just can't do it? So my first day biking through Washington, D.C., it rained all day long. And I was wet and cold, and I had no idea where to camp. But I had seen this, blog online that said, camp anywhere. So I set up my tent on the side of this riverbank, and it was wet and it was raining and it was incredibly slanted, and I got in the tent and it just immediately fell over. the ground that I had driven my stakes into for my tent was muddy. I woke up like probably 5 times with my tent falling over on me. It didn't discourage me. I don't remember feeling that worried. I remember feeling incredibly amused at my own ineptitude.
My eyes dilated. No, they look okay. Alright, what I was trying to say was I just had my first wipe out. Pretty epic. I got some good bruises. Check it out. Hell yeah, baby. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. My I got bloody grass. I got bloody leaves. I'm fine. My bike's fine. It's all good.
People ask me all these like annoying, specific questions about my trip. I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna be in this exact town. Like, I don't know when. I don't know if. Whatever. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Bro, I don't even know where I am sleeping tonight. You think I really know in 2.5 weeks where I'm gonna be? No.
Being a bike tourist is literally the coolest thing ever. Look where I'm sleeping tonight. The White Mills Fire Department. Somewhere on this floor. We got a shower. Whoa. Right now I'm trying to figure out if I could sleep in this. Like, I don't know, like if I kind of curled up, like, and just kind of like fall asleep. Like, maybe if I spread out my sleeping bag like that. Like oh my god. I'm sitting on the porch of a church, eating some cereal, drinking some water. I'm gonna put up my tent pretty soon. There's my bike over there.
There were days that I like totally didn't want to go get up and ride. Eastern states, up until the Midwest pretty much, is very rainy, and there was a point at which it rained for a solid month, like every day. It was really discouraging at times.
It's not a huge deal. This is why I'm not riding right now.
Like, there would be a really wet day, and my stuff wouldn't dry, and then it would be raining all night, and I'd wake up in the morning and it would still be raining, and I'd have to go ride in my wet clothes. I wouldn't say that I maintained my confidence, but I continued because I wanted to see what would happen.
Hey, baby. You just chilling? Yeah?
When I was in Kansas, those were some of my hardest days because the terrain was so flat. When you are doing the same repetitive task and looking at the same repetitive, monotonous landscape for so long without any kind of distractions, really, it's your mind that goes crazy. It's not your body that feels tired. I would have therapy sessions with myself, and I would just talk about myself to the air, and I would relay stories from childhood. I think if you listen to it and you let yourself go to those places, you'll find that you have a really colorful mind.
I did it! Look! Okay. Almost fell. But I didn't! Look at that! I'm in Colorado! I can yell as loud as I want! Oh, life is good today!
Nevada was where a lot of my most difficult days were.
Having a mental breakdown in the middle of the highway because there's so many fucking flies. Oh my god. Are they on my back still? Oh my god, I keep going into the middle. They keep landing on me and it's so distracting and uncomfortable and creepy and I really don't like it. They're still on my back. Oh my god, they're like biting me and drinking my sweat. They look like just little tiny houseflies, but oh.
There's only one highway that like runs all the way through it, and it's called the loneliest road in America. It's US 50, and there's just huge stretches between towns and no services in between. No water, no food, no gas stations or any kind of human help. And so if you break down, you're kind of screwed unless you can hitchhike. I had just bought a new tire for my rear wheel because my last one, you know, had popped a hole. It would not hold air, and eventually I'm you know, traveling down the loneliest road in America, and the back tire just totally gives up on me. I like stood on the side of the road and just cried because I felt like such a failure. Because I knew at that point there was nothing I could do other than hitchhike. And after about an hour, someone drove by and picked me up. I was ready for the trip to be over actually at that point. I was feeling pretty shitty about myself for having to bum a ride. In order for the trip to feel really pure and align with my values, that sort of thing just wouldn't have happened, right? I would have traveled every single mile using just my bike.
Holy shit, beautiful, right? Alright, now I have to go through a tunnel and look at my fucking shoulder. Look at this.
So it's still something that I think about, and something that like one day I want to go back and ride that section just to feel like, you know, I really did it.
What kind of person do you think someone has to be to do this kind of trip?
I think that you have to have a heart for curiosity, a curious heart, and I think you just have to have the mental resilience to keep at it day after day. But I do think that anyone who really wants to do it can do it. I think that it's a matter of you know, wrapping your head around it every day and continuing to go for it. Okay, how do I feel about the trip after I've done it? Okay.
Yeah.
I miss it. I really miss it. I miss being outside every day, getting sun. I miss seeing new things. Like, everything was new and exciting, and I think that's something that I'll always, you know, be aware of. Every time I go outside, I definitely pay attention to the world around me. But it was so special to be able to, you know, be in a different place every single day, to sleep in a different place every night. And I do miss that. I miss the fresh air and not knowing what's gonna happen today. Biking was its own high. I used my mind and my body to do these incredibly difficult things. And I did it alone. I did it on a bike. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a big deal. I ended a lot of days feeling proud and satisfied and excited. Why is it empowering? How can it not be?